Guys, there are things now on the internet that is not really, it's a Google search away, that you can see some of the most grotesque, degrading, vile, evil, torture. I'm not going to say nothing over that. I gave you all that last word. If you're an adult and you want to see what I'm talking about, put in Google search once. Don't look it up ever again. I don't want you to get this in your head. But if you need to know the enemy, you need to know the enemy. You need to know your enemy. You need to know your enemy. Vile. Just put in the search term. Violent AI. Oh, no.
Oh my God. What the
Oh my God.
What's up, y'all? Got another react. And there's Nova. There she is over there. In the corner.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, I know y'all been like, y'all must have been like, them niggas must be fighting, don't like each other no more. You know how these drama communities are. They be like, yeah, they fighting. Where Nova at? I think
Oh boy.
he's gonna address the Shannon Sharpe situation, but you know him. He goes, before we get into that, I'd like to say welcome or welcome back. If you're new, please, if you could hit that like, subscribe, check out the links in the description, like the video. Share it, you know what I'm saying? Do all that. If you want to become a member, you'll get to see this video before I post it to the public. You can give a super thanks in the comments. You can give it a super chat, or yeah, in the premiere chat. Yeah, that's what you want to do. And I've talked about it enough. I hate doing it, but like they say, a closed mouth don't get fed, right? So just gonna do it. You ain't got to do it, but it's nice. But all of y'all, new or old, like the damn stream. Now, let's just get into this, because I don't know what this fool gonna talk about, but it's probably gonna be unhinged. I mean, look at this. Is the first frame.
Look at the title. A serious message to the males in society, especially Christian.
Oh Lord, here we go. Let's get it. Tell us, old Rev. Now, I got this on 1.5, by the way, because he talks entirely too slow. And this is like almost 30 minutes, so we gotta speed this up.
And this black on my face represents the tears of Christ.
Yeah, all right.
Look at him squinting. Tears of Christ. I ain't crazy.
And what does this look like, right? Doesn't this look like the makeup on a female after they cry after an essay? Right?
What?
Okay, that's on. We only a minute in. We ain't even made a minute. It's 59 seconds.
You know, I happen to be a dude, but I definitely have a side of me that's like, I don't know. I ain't trans or nothing, you know, definitely not. I'm a male and I like being a male, but like drag is cool. I find like dressing up as a female like fun. And that's really in my culture as a Brit, because that's very British to do. And it's been in the whole world, you know, in cultures where they have performance art, you know, they have performances on stage. And a lot of times the females would play males and the males would play females. And it's not weird. It didn't destroy society. It's just that like, oh, we're going to gender bend for whatever reason. You know, if it's for no reason, then why even doing it? You know, but if it's like a, you know, a plot mechanism, why not? You know what I mean? But anyway, it's
probably the most sense he's made in a long time.
Because he's not wrong about like certain cultures like to do that, and like I think India even has a whole holiday for it. So there's nothing wrong with that. But when did he start saying his culture was being a Brit? Did he always said that?
You know how Americans are. They can't just be American. They always got to tie their roots back to some other shit that they have no touch. They're not in touch with at all. Yeah, now he's British. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his last name is British. I don't know. You're not a Brit, Jason. You're American. Can't you see from your ignorance?
As a Brit.
Yeah. I hate him. I hate his guts.
Oh my God. Everything else, I mean, you know, hey, if you like to throw on some, you know, women's clothes and do what you gotta do, like that's fine. But the Brit thing threw me off.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, him saying that he likes to cross dress, not, but him being a Brit, yeah, it's just like,
oh my God.
Just, by the way, as you heard, he likes to cross dress, y'all. Like,
Yeah, FYI, just in case.
it's fine. I'm not
You
gay.
didn't know.
I'm not gay at all.
Oh my god.
Like, well, anyways,
Oh, boy.
whatever. To each his own. You know, if you like doing that, that's on your own time. I don't care. For a guy who constantly says he's straight and not gay, it's kind of funny how he's always talking about this stuff.
His battle with his heterosexuality is
What's
been
with
an
these
interesting
weird?
one, an ongoing one.
What's with these weird beta
Like-
males with impotent rage and they're like fighting with their gay thoughts? Like, you ever notice that?
There's definitely a pipeline for
Yeah, they want a pipeline, all right. They want a pipe in their
there's a
line.
pipeline because they oftentimes when they're like, when they preach a lot of this, nothing against people who are religious, but when they're so heavily on that, specifically as it pertains to like sexuality and things like that, they often are hiding something
Yeah, true.
or fighting something, I should say.
I don't want mediocre dick.
That's what Rev is saying.
Look, bruv, I feel you on that. You tell Shanny that I don't want mediocre dick.
Apparently he want hussy dick or butthole.
Oh, he did say that, did he?
You didn't see my last video, but he was talking about the green peen. Let's say his name like that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Foodie's ex,
Yeah,
and he's like, he has rocking abs and some dope biceps. I'm not gay, by the way. I was like, rewind.
Come on, Rev, just let it all hang out. Fine. I feel like Shanny would be cool with it.
I don't know. She needs to have all the attention.
She would want it. He'll Hulk smash his ass. If he
Rev
gets
is
better
cheating on me
dick
with
than her.
another man. Yeah, you can see him making a video about that. Anyway,
The reason I'm making this video is an extremely serious issue. We today had come out, I guess it came out earlier, I don't think too earlier than I'm mentioning it, that Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay, very massive channel, and this guy was a football player, big, very muscular, big, powerful, you could guarantee, black guy, and his, I'm pretty sure.
big, muscular, and powerful. What does that have to do with the situation?
Very powerful.
What does that have to do with anything? You had to make sure he tells you he's black. Like most people don't know who the fuck Shannon Sharpe is. You know?
Yeah, he has to tell you because they be fetishizing black guys.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Channel is called Club Shay Shay. I think that's the name of his channel. It's the famous all of these sexual deviants, the Cat Williams. Now it's legendary. That interview is like legendary in terms of YouTube interviews. It's literally, like gold, that interview. And now it comes out, I mean, Shannon Sharpe is sitting there with Cat Williams. Like, what is he thinking? What is Shannon Sharpe thinking listening to Cat Williams talk about guys that are bitches, that SA women, because they can't get pussy normal? They use their fame and all that bullshit to push it on a female. Wow.
I think you got it backwards, sir. These guys are so used to getting whatever they want. When they see one that they want, they just go and try to take it. That's the problem. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, to some degree. That they used to not being like,
Told
said
no.
no to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean also they also have like leverage, which is money.
Money,
So-
power. Yeah.
Leverage that. And so yeah, oftentimes not all, but yeah, some of them oftentimes don't know when to take no for an answer because they're not used to being told no. And then also, like, at least in the Shannon Sharpe thing, if that was part of their like kink play or whatever, there's also that element of it too. It's that whole situation is fucking weird though.
Yeah, only thing I know that it's a scandal. I haven't looked into it much, but I see Rev talking about it. I'm like, let's hear what misinformation he's gonna say.
Oh, well, quick rundown. Basically, Shannon Sharpe is 50-something years old, ex-football player. For anyone who doesn't know, ex-football player, and he has Club Shay Shay, which is his podcast, and he was in a relationship with a 19-year-old for over a year, I believe it was. Yeah, and so some audio leaks have dropped where he's basically telling her that he'll choke the shit out of her, and apparently their kink play also was they were into race play too. So there's audio leaks.
She was white.
I don't know if she's
Oh,
white,
it doesn't
but
matter
she's
because
definitely
she's
not
not
black,
black, so she can say
right?
wild stuff.
And there's things of, I'm not gonna repeat what she said. I'll tell you.
Oh, they were doing
things.
ninja play,
But,
basically.
Yeah, it was race play, and so that those audio leaks dropped, and she's suing him for. She's saying that he assaulted her, and that he recorded some of those assaults.
Oh.
He's saying that it's a shakedown and they're just trying to get money out of him because the same lawyer that is helping her basically is the same lawyer that was working against Jay-Z, but I can't remember the other person that he also won a case for. But that person actually did assault people. So, you know, like, he's trying to say it's a shakedown because he has money, but the audio is sounding like, I mean, he's getting a lot of shit just for being 50-something years old, being with a 19-year-old. Yeah. Like, come on, like, what the fuck were you thinking? Yeah. So, like, that's gross. So, yeah, it's so that's like the rundown of the situation. She's suing him for assault. He's basically countersuing for defamation or whatever because he's saying that they're trying to get money out of him.
All right, Rev,
which is the funny part for him to have an issue when that lady is just coming out of being a child, basically at 19. Now she's 20, but at the time it happened, it was 19. She was 19. So
I bet you Rev's like, damn, I thought he got in trouble for kicking her. You know, like. You just would have went from jail for a week. It'd been okay, you know.
Right? You'd have been fine.
Yeah.
Just kick her.
Yeah, just kick her in the chest. That's it.
Really? See? Oh, big muscular, you know, he's an extremely fit and muscular black man, you know, like he could just pick up a chick easy at the obviously. He's got tons of money. You know, he's a buff dude. Like, give me a break. He's
talking more about this man's body than anything, than the situation that happened. Rev, go get you some penis, Rev. Go get you a black man. We know you was you probably was attracted to G-Man when he was walking around. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I'm almost certain of it.
It's wild.
Off the list to just get a chick. And probably one that's way younger than him if he wanted. Because he looks young. You know, Shannon Sharpe, he looks young. He's like 57 or something, right? He's close to 60. And he was engaging in very, very not okay behavior with a 19-year-old girl.
Rev likes to watch Grape Corn. There we go. Shanny was saying that he was watching that type of anime, Grape Corn. So he liked it. So that probably made his little pickle wiggle. And he was like, I gotta make a video about this, you know?
Yeah.
I wish that was me, you know? Like, I guarantee. he was dreaming of the days of
show me your asshole.
You know. Only I was Shannon Sharpe. I'd be rich, black. All the a-holes I could want, you know.
Imagine that.
Rev just having a good old time. Rev be like, you know, let me stay in there. Get to this video.
And I don't care if they're on OnlyFans. The super crazy people that want like legalized grape are going to say to me, well, what the fuck, Rev? She was on OnlyFans making money on her body and whatever else parts of her. Fucking guys, probably. I don't know. I'm not a connoisseur of it all, of OnlyFans content, obviously.
Not of it all.
So I don't know what kind of content this chick put out, but it doesn't matter.
I know you looked. Like, I bet you were searching. Like,
you know he had to look into that.
Do they know the victim's name? Because I'm sure he looked her up if he did. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that they've been riding on they've been using the fact that she does OnlyFans as a way to like, yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Ray was hoping somebody would come in the comments. Her name is this, and this is her link. All right, guys, I gotta get off this video.
Sign up with Eager Beaver Pleaser.
Eager Beaver teaser. That's not me. That's not me, Shannon. That's not me. I'm a pleaser. He's a teaser. Okay.
I don't care if you're in the middle of your session, 30 minutes, an hour into having sex with someone, and then the female says, no, stop. What happens then? You're 1 hour in, right? And a guy that's fucked that long knows I fucked that long.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Ain't no way in hell your little dick ass is fucking for an hour. Stop.
Look, if you fucking for an hour, my guy, that means there are no walls present.
He runs to one side is like, and then he gotta go back to the other. Hit the walls. The walls is worn the fuck out, my guy.
An hour?
He gotta have like a bungee attachment so he don't fall in, An hour. You crazy?
Like one of the window cleaners.
Yeah.
Just hopping from side.
Yeah. Pull me out, Shannon. An hour. God.
Hour is insane.
That is.
If you are that far into it, right, your mind almost shuts off. And it's like, okay, I got to find more power reserves to keep pounding, right? If you're really into it and you're doing it. I guess 18 plus, whatever. I don't want no kids on the channel anyway. All right, so listen. This is adult talk. We're talking adult shit. There's many kinks now.
Oh, God.
And I don't want to know.
What did I click on? Yo?
I know about stuff that I don't want to know about because when you sniff around porn, you're going to come across things that you don't like at all, and things that you think are over the line. And we're in such a fucking.
That's a motherfucking lie. Okay, I don't frequent that stuff. That just all this stuff is algorithm built. So if you're getting shown stuff you don't want to see, it's stuff you want to see. So if you seeing wild shit, Rev, it's things that you've been searching.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is algorithm built now. So stop.
Or adjacent to it for it to be in your, for it to come across your algorithm.
He be on that incognito web browser. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Crazy now. It's totally bizarre, actually. We're in this state now where it's this, we call it kink shaming. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about the massive, huge, glaring, absolute, shining, bright, glimmering, huge problem in humanity that we have right now that's called males doing what they want to females without caring if the girl says yes or the girl says no. How far gone is our fucking society when we think it's starting to go into the thoughts of males? Let's call them red pill Andrew Tate, I'm a super alpha male, sigma male thing. Smegma male. That's what you are. You're a smegma male. You are worth nothing but the
that's always been a problem. That has not changed.
Yeah.
For the very brief time that there was some improvement, it has been stripped away from us. And it's currently being stripped away from us. Like some of these old norms they're fighting to bring them back. Like that's always been an issue. This is not a new thing.
Yeah.
Like well, women have had to be as vigilant as we've had to be.
Actually, if you think about it, it was worse back in the day.
It was way worse.
It was way worse. I mean, just I don't know if Rev's ever heard of Marilyn Monroe's story. Like that lady was getting dug out like all the time. Like it was wild. Like
Yep.
You want to be on this movie? Bent her over. Like, whoa, wait, hold on. What are you doing? Like what?
The casting couch is a thing for a reason. Like they. Look at the people that they've actually caught.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine what was going on that wasn't caught, that wasn't talked about. All these men abusing their power and shit like that. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
It's just now there's some accountability because there's social media, and it can travel faster than someone can be shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
back in the day, they didn't have that, so they didn't have that issue.
yeah,
And they could just be, oh, she's lying. I don't know what she's talking about. You know?
right.
But now,
exactly.
yeah, like people can record you, cameras, audio devices, so you can't run away from that stuff now. So yeah, Rev, you're a little late to the party, buddy.
Flaw that you don't clean off of your fucking cock. That's what you are.
I'm sure you got
People
plenty
like
of
Andrew
that.
Tate. The red pillars. They hate women because no woman would ever choose to be with them. And they berate and try and tear down women to feel superior to them.
Isn't that what you do to Shanny when you get mad?
Yeah, that's true too. Like, he's not wrong about the red pill shit, but yeah, you also are not the nicest to Shanny when you get mad at her.
You tear her down
Right.
and say all kinds of horrible stuff.
About her body, you embarrass her about how she smells.
Exactly.
And
you ain't
her
had
hygiene.
And you didn't have
everything.
none before she came into your life, so it sounds like you're because I don't know why all of a sudden now he's sounding like,
Because they're poor. That's why.
oh yes.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's the reality. We see it happening with other people now too. All of a sudden their pockets is getting hit. Oh my God, this is
I made a mistake.
what are we doing? Yeah.
Because that's how little cocks they have. I'm packing an 8er.
That's hilarious coming from you.
Wait, let's just hear it again.
Superior to them. Because that's how little cocks they have. I'm packing an 8er. I got
Oh my God.
Hater.
Okay.
An aider. The audacity of this one. I swear to your God, Rev.
Yeah.
You got a lot of audacity.
Look, this guy thinks that he converted AI into being Christian. Okay, so in his mind, he has the biggest dick in the world. Okay, you ain't gonna stop his delusions.
an 8-inch in here. What's your deal? Get bigger because more muscle mass. You get more muscle mass on your body, you get more cock. You get this? You want to cure your little dick syndrome, guys. You just got to lose weight and build muscle, and you're gonna have nice. Yeah.
Look, you could be the strong. Growing muscle doesn't make your dick bigger. It's the fat ring you have around your genitals that makes it smaller. So when you lose weight, the fat recedes, and it may maybe it is sucking up some of your
like
limbs.
an inch or two more.
Yeah,
But not.
yeah. But then
Not 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And then once you lose some weight and you start getting muscles, your dick don't get bigger. Like, what are you talking about? Like, every guy in the world would be a bodybuilder right now if that's how that worked. You know what I'm saying?
You don't get bigger. Women will just tolerate it because you look all right. Like, that's it. Your dick doesn't get bigger though. It's like, all right, I guess whatever.
Shanny fucking up his ego. Oh, his dick's so big, Rip.
That ate it. Oh, let me not do that.
She almost said it, y'all.
Oh my God.
Almost got her. Oh well.
Almost.
Caught yourself.
Not today, Satan.
You're gonna have something bigger than you did. Like me, I was a sixer because I gained weight like crazy. I was fucking sock account said he was actually right. Sock account said to me, you were fat, dude. You were calling drag fat, and you were fat, and it's fucking true. I looked in the videos, and I'm like, holy shit! Like I didn't even recognize the amount of weight I gained. Mukbanging is fucking horrible. It's evil. I ain't never gonna be a mukbanger. You know, you get occasional me eating some fucking maybe halal food or something. The mukbang and it's just too much.
The way he jumps subjects should be studied.
Extremely hard to be a mukbanger and not gain weight. I mean, you gotta be dedicated to.
Like, what did he? First, he started talking about Shannon Sharpe. Then he started talking about guys essaying, which obviously is in the same vein. Then he starts talking about the red pill guys because they say some wild stuff about situations like this. Oh, and then he was talking about grape and OnlyFans.
Different kings.
Now all of a sudden he's jumping on penis size. It's wild. Okay. All right, Rev.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
All right, keep going. Take us on your fantastic journey. Here we go.
Part of the craft, if you're going to be a professional mukbanger, part of the craft
Nice talking about mukbang.
is working out. It has to be part of your regimen if you're going to be a professional.
How much you want to bet he's going to end up talking about Girl World in a minute?
Yeah, right.
It's going to happen. I guarantee it.
I can hear it.
Because you're going to end up like Chantal and Amber Lynn. Not that Amber Lynn was ever a mukbang channel. I'm just saying, like, they have not moderated. They don't have concept of moderation. But I'm not bringing Girl World into this. I'm sorry about that, guys. My soul cries out that I needed to make this video and call on males to take a look in the fucking mirror. You need to look yourself in the fucking mirror. And you know what you need to ask yourself? You need to ask yourself this. If that one piece of ass that you always wanted is right in front of you, DoorDash, that's not sponsored, but I might as well be because it's like we use DoorDash a lot.
You DoorDashing ass now, Rev? What are you talking about? Wait, do they do that?
No.
Door ass or
Not
ass
yet.
dash?
Not
Ass
yet.
dash.
I can see that being the thing, though.
Ass dash. Hurry up, I got other clients today. I need at least an hour. Well, the wrong
Get
service.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
You need to look yourself in the mirror the next time you clean your ball sack in the shower. And you gotta look in the fucking mirror and you gotta ask yourself, okay, am I a man or am I a boy? And I want you to say this to yourself in the mirror. If I went to the YMCA tomorrow.
Okay, I'm sorry. He's on something. Okay? Look at the facial tics and
I
then
was
look
about
when
to say he moves like a crackhead.
Now this is sped up though, by the way, remember. But
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright. No. He's making weird faces. Watch. Look at the
Am I a
facial tic.
man
Look at the
or
facial
am I a
tic.
boy? And I want you to say
Here
this
it
to
comes.
yourself in the mirror. If
So-
I went to the YMCA tomorrow, or Planet Fitness, let's say that, because it's kind of co-edy, I think. And you go into that fucking place, and there's a chick there that is exactly what you always wanted in your life. But there's no possibility that she's even going to see you. Why? You're not looking the part. You know you're hung like a fucking infant. You got low self-esteem.
He's talking about himself again.
Say you had an inkling to go into a restroom or something because you started going there, and you know you have an opportunity to do something. What are you, a man or are you a boy? The man.
This sounds like projection. It sounds like he's had this experience himself. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird. I've never seen a good looking woman that like, I want to go there and do something to this person. You know, like what? You know, like the hell?
Yeah.
Just look and keep it moving. Jesus Christ.
Man waits for the chick to leave, right? You work out, maybe even coordinate your workout, with her leaving. And then you go and you ask her, hey, you know, I've seen you around here a few times and I think you're fucking cool and I really think you're pretty and whatever. You know, you got to put that on. You put the confidence on and say, yeah, I just really been observing you and you make great progress. You're looking amazing. And I just want to ask you out. Like, you want to go for a coffee now? Like, what are you doing right now? And then she goes, I'm married. It's over. You know, or, oh, I got a boyfriend. It's over. Pretty much. If you're not, like if she's looking, if she don't like the guy she's with and she's looking, then you'll get an answer like I did from the one waitress at La Trattoria here in Scranton.
What did I say?
Oh, she was cute as shit. She looked like Pam from The Office. She looked almost exactly like Pam from The Office, and I really like Jenna Fisher. I really, really, really like Jenna Fisher. So
Well, you know what he's done. He's, you know, probably don't want to notice to that lady. Ugh.
And I was like, so are you with someone? And she's like, kinda, sorta. So that was the answer, sorta. And I said, well, that's sorta yes or sorta no. And she said, yes, sorta yes. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, well, that's how you do it, you know. And rejection isn't even bad. You understand what I'm saying? Rejection's not bad. You can learn from being rejected. Like, okay, do I need to tweak my look a little bit? Do I need to tweak hygiene? You know,
Oh my
He
god.
couldn't even handle Shanny's son giving their opinion on like AI. And you expect for me to believe this guy is a master at handling rejection?
Well, he had to be because he didn't have no sex till he was like 33 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, or whatever it was. Rev, stop trying to look. I don't want to hear no advice from a guy that,
Especially on hygiene and stuff. Please.
right. We get to that in a second, but I don't want to hear no like dating advice on a guy's first experience sexually was with a headless torso. Okay, I don't want to hear your opinions about that. And then the next person that they had was this big wildebeest that's fucking abusive and stuff that you guys have been abusing. You have had no experience, unless you've kept it to yourself that you've bought it. You've had no experiences with women. I don't want to hear it. Okay, and then hygiene, dude. Your teeth are darker than the shirt you're wearing. It's wild. Okay, they're like a brownish green or whatever. You don't brush it.
Darker than them gloves he has on.
Exactly. You don't brush your teeth. You don't comb your hair. We don't want to. You probably don't know what conditioner or shampoo is. We don't want to hear that from you, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about no hygiene, about no relationships, nothing. Your first relationship ran you down for $750,000. You need to shut up. About relationships.
This is like a broke motherfucker trying to give you financial advice. Like, do you have any money? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, shut up.
You got run down for $750,000.
Yeah,
shut up.
Yes, please. Yeah, and it wasn't even somebody hot neither, which is the wild.
Like someone with 5 teeth. Yeah. All right. No offense to people.
She was missing teeth too when they hooked up too, which is the wild part. Looking like a pirate, you know.
You got by a pirate.
Literally.
And not even a scary pirate. Like a scary pirate, I get it. But she just has the pirate aesthetic.
Yeah, just gross hygiene and fucked up teeth. Hands off me, booty.
Do I need to spray myself with more fucking Axe? Do I need to,
Axe?
Use man wipes more?
What?
Right? All of these questions, which are valid, you shouldn't be a disgusting pig and expect a chick to look at you, especially when that you know what you're aiming for. I think most men have now agreed that the most attractive female physique is bigger.
Look, there are guys that like bigger women, and I ain't mad at them. Okay, I've dated all kind. I've dated them like skinny, real thin. I've dated them like average, thick. Like I would say like a chubby thick, right? I don't care. As long as I like her personality and I'm attracted to her physically, I don't have a problem with it, right? Yeah. But you're talking about a different type of big, my friend. You're talking about somebody that's damn near 6 feet and almost 400 pounds. That's a different type of big, sir. That's a whole nother type of big.
If you want to be crushed, which if that's your thing, cool.
He's literally said, Shanny, you're a big. That's what he used to say to her. So stop trying. Shanny probably watched you better. She in the back better be saying nice things about me if I go there and knock his head off. Listen to him.
We had these homosexuals telling all these women, "Oh, you're fucking fat. You're fat." These gays. What the hell did they care about what our women look like? Because I'll tell you why. Because they want the men turning to the men, and they want to make the women look so bad that the guys are like, "Oh, I don't want that. I'll go and look at a statue of like Adonis, with a 6-pack." And
what was that?
Like, it's disgusting.
Gay men are not what straight men have been telling women that shit for years and years and years and years. What are you talking about? The beauty standard was set by straight men.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to go further, we can. But let's keep it there for right now. Straight men have set the beauty standard. And it's been more of like a Euro beauty standard.
Mm-hmm.
That's why at one point the norm was like the school that I used to go to, we used to do heavily with fashion models and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to buy a sample, whatever, those sizes are like size 2, size 4, like very, very slim women. That was set by men. That was not set by, and I mean, I guess gay men could fall into it because there's a lot of low, down low men or whatever, but gay men were not the problem. It was straight men that set those standards.
Yeah, and the other thing he's talking about is like the gay men want to get the women away so they could get the men. Gay men like gay men. Okay, don't get me wrong.
They want to get the women away.
Right? Like he's saying that the gay men are trying to get the women away from the straight men, but that's the thing. Gay men like gay men. Now, granted, they're attracted to men, so if they see a straight man that's good looking, right? Just like I'm attracted to women, but a lesbian ain't gonna want me, right? So, but if I see a lesbian that's good looking, I'm gonna look, but I know I ain't gonna she ain't messing with me. It's the same thing with gay men. They understand that. It's straight men don't want to be with gay men. Okay, so it's like, well, I don't know what Rev's talking about. You could tell he's not had many. He doesn't had much experience out in the world. No, he's had not many friends, because all you need to have like one gay man as a friend, and you'll know that they're not out there hunting for straight dick. You know?
Yeah.
Like what?
But this is the programming. It's social programming, and it's about population control at the top of it. But this is fucking stupid. I'm not even going to talk about that. The New World Order is dead on arrival. It doesn't even matter what they want to try and do now, because Jesus is coming back soon, and it's over. It's fucking over.
Can he get here? I'm tired of this shit. Can he get here already?
Y'all been saying Jesus is coming for.
When is he coming, man? Like, is he just gonna let these corrupt motherfuckers just run everything forever? I'm tired. Can he come?
Yeah, like, is he on a lunch break? Like, why the fuck is he constantly?
Jesus, like
on
him, he
his
takes
way?
an hour to come, or a million years, or whatever.
Like he's constantly on his way. Y'all been saying Jesus is coming for like since I was a kid.
Yeah. When is he getting here?
Really, but you put us enough. You put mankind through so much dog shit. Elite fucks. Okay, you put mankind through so much shit that the Lord Jesus doesn't. I think he's opened the door to most fucking Satanists at this point, because the church has fallen. Do you see all the disgusting perversity and R-worders, grapers, SAers, everything disgusting, CA, all of it. Churches, okay, Protestant and Catholic alike.
Let's not sit here and act like people who have been in power haven't always abused it. They always have.
Right.
And they always will, and they get called out, or you know, they get caught slipping, and they get taken care of eventually, because you only can get away with that type of stuff for so long before things catch up to you. But like, it's always been like that.
They have engaged in some absolute chicanery that there's no forgiving it. You can't pull people's limbs off that are children, you know, and put them in vices, you know, put women on pikes through their crotch. You can't do these things and then say Jesus. What? He goes, who? What? Who said? Did someone say my name?
Yeah, you can't kick a kid and say Jesus either.
Exactly. Can we get a round of applause for Nova? Can we? All right. Enough. But
do it again. No, it's true.
Yeah, shit. But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you can't kick a kid and then lie about it and then be like, Jesus loves me.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Catholic Church, right? The guys that put women on literal pyramids, right? They split them in half on a pyramid. Maybe that's what the pyramids are all about.
What have you been?
Device to a woman. They literally skewer them on the pyramid.
This is what he be rubbing things out to. I'm telling you, this is the. Yeah. You notice anytime some kind of situation like this happens, he has to make a video about it. I think it tickles him deep down inside, and he has to talk about it. It's very bizarre.
So hot and bothered about it.
Oh, I gotta go. I gotta do something. I can't do the other thing. Shanny will catch me. Let me make a video. Weirdo.
They split them in half, pretty much. That's Vatican stuff. You know, the Crusades, the torture devices. Go look at that. Oh my God, that's absolutely got to be of Jesus Christ. Of course. Are you deluded? If you think torturers represent Christ in any fucking universe that could ever exist. I don't care if it's the most bizarro fucking world where like Jesus is the son of Satan. He still wouldn't be for torture devices. Because even good old Anton Xander LaVey told his crew, hey, do what you want, but don't hurt people.
You know, I find that funny that he just said like Jesus wouldn't be for torture devices, but everybody wears his torture device that he was put on as a symbol of him. Isn't that strange? Mm-hmm. Like right up on his little book there, you see the torture device he was put on. You know. Yep. Like, I guess that's also a symbol of his sacrifice in a sense too. I guess if somebody was going to say something about it, but you know what I'm trying to say.
That's easy. That should be easy. Okay.
Where you living? What?
And what's really crazy about these stars is that they could get they don't even like women, the guys. They don't like chicks. They hate them. They hate women. Down low, homosexual men that are in the closet get with women to abuse them, to hurt them during sex. And what is Shannon Sharpe into? I bet you, Shannon Sharpe, there's been art. This is allegedly, but it's not allegedly because tons of people have come out and said it. And it's been out there for a long time. They have said that Shannon Sharpe is down low. A down low brother. And what does that mean? That is a slang. You could call it one of the slang terms that's come up to represent men having sex with men. And they claim to be heterosexual, but in their private lives, they are having gay sex. which is extremely reckless and disgusting and horrible to do to your partner. Will Smith, allegedly.
Plus, that I think it's incredibly no offense to the Christians, incredibly Christian of him to use something like homosexuality as a like pipeline for like women to be mistreated, right? Because he keeps saying down low guys, or he keeps implying that men who mistreat women,
Black men
or
especially,
something like that, like right, exactly, actually low key are gay. When in reality, and that's just his homophobia bullshit that comes, with the religion. But in reality, like straight men mistreat women all the time as well, because women, it's been acceptable to treat us a certain way in society. Now it's gotten better over time, yes, whatever. But the denigration and all that's not exclusive to straight men. You know what I mean? Like this, it's just been acceptable. And especially if you have power and money, you just are able to do even more. Like if you look at the stories of girls going to other foreign places where they make a lot of money, there's a lot of horror stories around that. Why? Because there's money and power associated with it. And that's really the ultimate, whether you gay, straight, whatever. You have money and power, you're going to find more abuse, more abuse, denigration, all that shit, because they have the money to shut the people up, and they have the money to leverage and the power to scare the shit out of them.
And they rub elbows with politicians, businessmen, and police chiefs, and so they can get away with stuff before it gets out to the news, and everybody.
Exactly. But associating it to gay men is the age-old trope of associating PDFs to gay men. Like any sort of how do you call abuse, or I don't know what the word is, but any sort of like abuse or whatever is because they're low key gay, and that's not the case, and it comes from that homophobic trope.
And it might be a little bit of projection, Revi
that as well.
Because
that as well.
Once again, I've never heard a straight man just constantly talk about how developed another guy's body is. It's very weird. Very weird.
He was in his feelings when he was going over how Shannon Sharpe looked.
Well, think about it. Shannon Sharpe, Shannon Dornbush. Oh, Shannon. I need to go make it. All right, we recorded again. Shit. Shannon Sharpe. What? That ain't my name. What? I said Shannon. It's Sharpe.
I mean, you love Jada, right? Even though she pulled that entanglement deal with your son, with one of your son's friends. Jesus, do you realize we live in Rome? We live in a Roman-esque Sodom and Gomorrah fucking society. There's things on the internet now that you could see that I think even the Vatican didn't even come up with. They didn't have electricity back in the day, right? So they didn't have the idea of, like, shocking a woman's private parts.
What? Look, back in the medieval times, they got inventive. They
did worse.
Yeah, they probably put something hot, like a hot coal up there or something crazy. Ugh.
I'm telling you the darkest possible shit, and it's there. And it's legal. It's legal. We have to make a decision in the country. What was the worst thing they said about Sodom and Gomorrah? Oh, there were some homosexuals. Okay. Predatory, yeah, because they wanted to take the angels. They didn't want to consensually say, hey, what's up? Can we fuck you? No.
Sodom and Gomorrah had angel booty bandits running around. It's angel booty.
That was the worst thing about Sodom and Gomorrah.
But it's angel booty in that house. And the guy was like, no, take my daughter. It's like, no, we want that angel ass. I thought angels didn't have a gender. Like, what? So the angels look like dudes?
It wasn't like in Sodom and Gomorrah, wasn't they willing to like give up their daughters?
Yeah, Locke, if I'm correct, Locke's like, yeah, no, run a train on my daughters. They was like, no, we want that angel, them angel cheeks.
That's wild.
Angel got an ass that fat, everybody's like, she looking at that guy over there.
I would love to hear a Christian justify that one.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, cut that out.
I don't even know how I'm gonna edit this, to be honest.
They wanted to take them. Okay. So we have grapers, and they were.
I know Rev would be in line. He be in line. What you in line for? Give me some of that angel ass. Like, there's a line for that?
It'd be flocking to the line.
I thought this was the bread line. Where the bread line at? The bread line is over there. The angel ass line is there.
Bread line. Oh. He don't want the bread line. He want them booty bandit.
He's like, no wonder that other line I was in was so short. They over there trying to get food.
He get up to the front, they give him bread. He's like, wait.
Is this bread called angel ass? No. Actually, yes, that is the new recipe we have. But if you're trying to get some angel ass, it's that line over there. Oh, okay. Well, I'll eat this bread while I wait in line.
Shanny's hand will come out of nowhere and grab the bread from it.
Thank you. Well, at least I'll give me some angel ass.
Sexual in nature. Okay. You realize there are things now on the internet that is not really, it's a Google search away, that you can see some of the most grotesque, degrading, vile, evil, torture. I'm not going to say nothing over that. I gave you all that last word. If you're an adult and you want to see what I'm talking about, put in Google search once. Don't look it up ever again. I don't want you to get this shit in your head. But if you need to know the enemy, you need to know the enemy. You need to know your enemy. You need to know your enemy. Vile shit. Just put in this search term. Violent AI porn. Oh, no.
Oh my God. What the
Oh my God.
What?
All right, what time is that? 24 minutes? Okay.
Whoa.
I've never in my 40 years of life ever typed violent anything when it came to looking at corn. Okay?
Right.
In general. I'm not saying I haven't found any of that stuff, right? But that's not, and then AI, no wonder you were so upset at William. I know AI better than you.
So did he convert AI to Christianity after?
Yeah, after he was done. All right, you need to repent. Clean yourself up. He like threw AI
200 Hail Marys.
He threw AI towel wipe himself off. Meet me in the church. We got some Hail Marys to do after this. This is wild. Let's get done with this fucking idiot. You got 3 minutes left.
But I'm going to tell you, and if you add the word T, torture, in there are men out there that literally are living right next to you, probably, that are into this.
Yeah. Your neighbors probably should be warned, because
Exactly.
this is
You're
weird.
the guy that's living next to somebody.
Oh, okay. All right.
You want to talk about needing Jesus? You are so in need of Jesus if you're consuming that you're to the point over the edge that you need to absolutely start reading the Bible again and get your mind off of that. This video I did.
He's speaking from experience. This is weird, y'all. This is so weird.
For women. I did this video for women because I love women. They are entrancing. They are the greatest drug. You girls are the greatest drug. That's what Peter Steele said, and I agree. Women are the ultimate fucking drug.
He likes to punch in the face and do his thing too, I guess.
And we need to start understanding as males that there is a spirit behind, a person behind what you are objectifying and lessening. By your objectification, you are lessening the beauty and grandeur and glory of the creation that God made. You are degrading that creation with your constant darkness in something that should be holy and be all about making a girl squirt.
Oh my God.
No one was so excited when Shanny supposedly did that. And he's like, "Can you say squirt?" You know, like, ugh, disgusting.
Okay. Pleasure.
Ross,
Why do you want to do pain to something that's supposed to be?
I ask that
very-
question all the time when these topics come out. I don't understand. I know you're not supposed to yuck on people's yums. I'm yucking on your yums. To me, it's weird. I don't understand that. You know, like you don't see other animals out in that wild choking each other out. Like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I don't get it.
you know, to each his own, I guess.
A beautiful life-making action. Why do you want to pervert it and invert it and turn it upside down and want to rip her apart? Why?
Ask yourself that. This is
I
the
don't-
second time you've talked about this type of stuff, and you've
Yeah,
used this
some
term
type of
before.
weird
Rip her apart. What? I can tell what else you've been Googling too. The hell?
Mhm.
You need some help, man. You need help, dude. You need to put that weed pen away. You need to get away from Shanny, and you need to fix your mental health and get sober, my guy.
You gotta get out of that algorithm. But
Yeah, you are up in the head, man. Yo, wow. Like,
Feel this way. I am the guy, the former. I want to know how to make a girl squirt as hard as possible. This is 18 plus.
ugh.
This is a conversation that serious Christian men, are there abuser women? Yeah. But the vast majority of what's going on here is male on female shit.
I mean, a lot of the public stuff, but how many times have you seen these teachers getting arrested for sleeping with little boys in school? You know what I'm saying? There's tons of women predators out there. I'm not saying that the men may not
There's
outnumber the
gravity
women,
exists
but it's a lot. It's a lot of them out
Yeah.
there doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
let's not act like that's not happening
Wow.
either. But the problem is that what he's talking about is a lot of the men that are doing are in places of power for the most part. Not saying that a teacher isn't over a student, but you know what I'm trying to say. Rich, powerful, famous men versus the women. You know what I'm saying? The women, it's like a teacher in some little school, but which is still power over a child, the younger students they're messing with or whatever. But that's not saying women do it too. It's a power imbalance, I guess, in the way you're looking at it. If I'm correct, did I say that right?
Men are, there's a, I think what he's referring to, is more powerful men where, yes, there's a power imbalance with a teacher and a student, obviously, they're, but I think he's talking about like these Shannon Sharpe types, rich and powerful men from a societal standpoint, not necessarily the relative to each other. Yeah.
If you say to the question that I asked you when you look here in the mirror and you go, okay, oh man, she's right in front of me. I'll describe what my thing and say, okay, there she is. She's like 5'3", she's like 5'2". She's a goth girl. She's got big butt, big boobs, super pale skin and tats all over her and fucking piercings and shit. And that's every goal. That's it, right there in front of me. You go, hi,
Shanny, run up and punch him in the face. He's literally telling you what he wants his ideal girl to look like.
Yeah, that's what he's attracted to.
and move on, or do you do something? Because you can.
What?
Then you're a boy and you need to learn. AWE. That's it. Peace out.
Not a boy. You're a terrible man. Like what? Like oh my god. Okay, guys. That was an adventure. I have no clue how I'm going to edit this. So, however it's edited, I hope you like it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. What you got to say?
This Rev being Rev, weird and all over the place. His streams of consciousness are so confusing, but it gives you insight as to like the wild shit that he's into, because I didn't even know violent AI corn existed.
Me neither. I wish
so-
I never knew.
Right, exactly. So it's like, all right, Rev, thank you for telling on yourself again. But anyways, yeah.
Yo, before we go, a lot of people have been saying like they think Rev gonna end up having an AI girlfriend one day and Shanny gonna find out about it.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Can you imagine the video that would come out of Shanny
Rev's
getting
been
mad,
cheating on
like
me with AI.
hotel parking, but from like with an AI yo.
You see Shanny getting in a fight with a PC and shit. You're like, what?
Cause you throwing the phone, because them conversations would be like, because with a human woman, right? He's limited to what they're gonna say back to him. With an AI woman, the sky's the limit.
Right.
And can you imagine the type of convos Shanny's gonna uncover when she finally finds
Starts
his
going through
AI
his chat
girlfriend?
GPT log and stuff. Like, choking and smoking. Like, wait, what?
It'll be insane.
Oh my god,
That's
dog.
gonna be interesting. Anyway, y'all.
This is
Hope y'all
disgusting.
enjoyed it.
All right, peace. Get out of here.
Later.